Right, welcome back to a brand new Goalhanger video. It's one of these watch along / review videos. Obviously this is pre-Reading at home. It's Derby County versus Reading today. And what are my thoughts ahead of this? Well, Reading currently sit 14th in the league. They're coming off the back of a 1-1 draw with Stoke. Stoke got a late equaliser in that game. Reading opened the scoring on around the 7th minute through Luka João. Quality player. I'm hearing rumours that he's injured. I'm not too sure. That's just off one of my pals. And he said Luka João was injured now. If that's true, that's a bonus for us because Luka João, I do rate him. He's a quality striker, a tall player, can get on the end of crosses, but he's also got a powerful shot on him. The first time we encountered Luka João was when he was playing for Sheff Wednesday, and we lost 2-0 on a midweek game. And I think Luka João might have got both goals or got one of the goals. He was a quality player that night, so I've always rated him from then on. Now, Reading, they're a tough team to play. They're not easy to play. Obviously, earlier on the season, we lost 3-0 at Reading. It was a game of highs and lows. There was a lot of emotions in that game. But we're coming into this one off the back of a 3-2 away win against Millwall. We're currently 3 points off the playoffs now, considering we're 12th. If we win today, we could go into the playoffs, which shows how tight it is at the top of the table. And considering we're 12th, like middle of the championship, and that we can go into the playoffs, that's pretty unbelievable, and it shows why the Championship's the best league in the world. Now I'm going to go in with my score prediction, but I'm going to give you obviously a little brief chat just before that. Now I've been going on Reading's Twitter, looking at the Reading news just before I've recorded this video, and it seems that the Reading players are pretty confident they can get 3 points here if they turn up. So it's going to be a tough one for us. Obviously I'm expecting Reading to really bring their game, and they've got a lot of decent players, Reading, in my opinion, and when they do come together they can produce some decent results. Obviously before the Millwall game they were coming off the back of a 3-1 win against Birmingham, and Reading, they were going to be up for it today. And Derby, after our 3-2 win away at Millwall, a very decent result. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be up for it today as well, I hope. So my score prediction always going to be positive. I'm going to say a 2-1 Derby County win. Who's going to score? I'm going to say Waghorn and maybe Jason Knight if he comes on off the bench. 2-1. I think it's going to be a tough game today, no doubt. Reading, like I keep saying, they're a decent side to play. They're not easy to get result against. You have to be on your game, but when you are on your game, you can beat Reading, and Reading are confident they can beat us, so it's going to be an interesting encounter today. Right, just before we get into the watch along, where I'll be live reacting to the game, make sure you follow my social medias there in the description. Like the video and subscribe if you're enjoying it. Let's get into the watch along. It's half time and it's Derby County 2, Reading 0. 2 goals late on in that first half from us. To be fair, at the start we seemed to control the play, have a lot of possession, passing it round the back, working well, but we didn't really create a great chance. Couldn't get that final pass in the final third, and it seemed to be Lawrence blazing chances over the bar. Reading had a couple as the half went on. I know one was hit straight at Hamer, and then one before that was pinged off the post. But then late on, the ball gets played through. Sibley's in the box. He has his back to goal. He lays it off to Lawrence, who's on the left-hand side of the penalty area, just outside it, and bends it in his right foot. His weak foot, but a brilliant finish from Lawrence. Classic finish from Lawrence. He loves trying to bend them in to the far corner. He does it really well. Gives the keeper no chance. Puts us 1-0 up in good stead for the second half. But then even later on, Jayden Bogle's been doing really well down that right-hand side. He runs down the right, plays a ball that's cut back across the box. Waghorn has it. I thought Waghorn was going to shoot first time, but he takes touch, takes it just past a Reading defender, and the Reading defender catches him, and Waghorn goes down. It's penalty. Rooney tucks away the penalty fantastically. But what I do want to say about that penalty is I don't think it's as stonewall. When seeing the replays, even when it happened in real time, I thought Waghorn's gone down maybe a little bit easy there, but it's still a penalty. There's still contact there. And we go 2-0 up just before half time. Really good half that one from us. We controlled the play, I'd like to think, had a lot of the possession and just worked it round the back for most of it. Obviously we've got to carry it on this second half. Will we go for more goals? I think we might go for one more, but I don't think that we should sit on this because I think Reading will come a bit out at us in this second half. But just control the play like we have done and we'll see this one out. Full time and it has ended. Derby County 2, Reading 1. I had it in mind that Derby might sit back in that second half. Philip Cocu isn't a manager to go out and try and get 3 or 4. He's one to try and settle the game and sit on it in a way which stops pressure. But we received a lot of pressure from Reading in that second half. They obviously got their goal. Ball comes in, Ben Hamer, he's got to catch that. The players on around him. Somebody tell him he's got a bit of time or something like that. And he punches it, but he punches it straight forward, directly back into the danger zone. And the Reading man, I think he either heads it or kicks it, I can't really remember. It's looping, not a looping one, but, you know, travelling towards the top of the goal. I think it was Lawrence on the line. He wasn't able to head it away into the roof of the net. Reading made it 2-1. About the hour mark, I would say, something like that. It made the rest of the game a little bit nervy, but we managed to pull through. There was a lot of fouls in that game from us and Reading, maybe a bit more us. A lot of unnecessary pushing when chasing after ball, silly challenges. As I'm editing this vlog, I've just seen a video of what happened between the Reading man and Lawrence, and both are stupid. It's just silly. No need for it. Both going at it with each other, and they both deserve red cards. They're both being silly, squaring up to each other, stuff like that. Not what we want, not from either clubs. Disappointed in the both of them. Because it was a straight red, he'll be out for the next 2 games, which for us is Preston North End away, which is another big game. They've obviously just lost to Cardiff 3-1. And then obviously Forest at home, which is another massive game. But we have come through with 3 points. As it stands, I think we've bumped up to 8th. Still 3 points off the playoffs because of Cardiff win over Preston. There's a whole round of games to go later on, as we were an early-ish kick-off. But if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe. We're on 1.8k. Let's try and push for 2k. If you're new around here, you can also follow the social medias that are in the description. Comment your opinion about the game down below and about how you think we're going to do in the next 2 games. Come on, you Rams.